Yeah, lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's the rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you're just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me, think with your heart, don't think with your body, clever. Sorry not sorry, sorry not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we in a November now, so 1st of November, Thanksgiving month for Reese.
You didn't know this.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Pleasant good night to everybody. Hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Um, Big up Jetty Taylor straight off the bat. Good. Oh, Evan Jeffers, good morning. Evan Jeffers. Um, Alan Powell tonight with the topics, and I'm gonna be joined by Reese Joss. Good night, Reese.
Yeah, man, blessings. What's going on? How the vibes?
Yeah, right.
Vibes good? Things good, alright. So everybody out there watching us, we say, can't hear y'all on the breaking up on me.
Mostly well. Sorry there. I was far from the mic. Sorry.
Okay, okay. That's good, man. But um, we got to say big up to everybody that support us. Um, I was I was checking out some messages on my phone and I see a message coming in with a screenshot that Jetty Taylor was telling people to do for the topics today. So Jetty Taylor, we want to be able to tell you thank you publicly. Your support and your backing is greatly appreciated. Um, and to everybody else who will be here with us on a weekly basis, no matter who is on the show, be it me, Alan, Ira, Jason, and those who view the election coverages that we have done. We say thank you. But Alan, like you say, in November. I
Listen,
mean, the clock ticking here.
this is why I defend Jetty Taylor.
Yes,
Give
man.
me what you understand. You got to give the word when the word is necessary, and look, still telling people come true. Listen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got
because
to big up.
there's trying, man.
We got to,
There's growth. Yeah,
we got to big him up. Got to big him up. Got to.
definitely.
Uh,
Um, Listen, a lot of things happening. Election is quickly approaching. Um, I
quickly.
went over, but yeah, listen, March is nothing. No? 4 months is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 5 months you go call it. 5 months is
Okay.
nothing. That's gonna be here soon. I went over Bath today, and I stand by what I say. Bath is not gonna be ready for when I think it's gonna be ready. Bath is gonna be more ready next year. You can't get election happening and St. John's looking like us. So that is not going to be possible. So I
Mm,
stand by what that yeah, election next year. Nobody
okay.
can get disturbed for the Thanksgiving. I have to enjoy your turkey this month. Um Really and truly, man. Good night, Dion Flanders. Really and truly, is the first thing what we're gonna start off with is the cricket, the West Indies cricket.
The West
Um,
Indies cricket.
yeah, well, we're gonna talk about West Indies cricket in general,
Okay.
and and well, we're gonna talk about the World Cup, and as I said, West Indies cricket. No, everybody would understand West Indies went to the World Cup, and by the way, the West Indies cricket team is an avenue whereby you could be a young man in Nevis, and I'm telling you, if you play for West Indies for like above 5 years, you're good to go in life. You are well, okay? You could change your life, your family life. 5 years of West Indies cricket. Because if you're in 5 years of West Indies cricket, oh, you qualify for a ton of other things. I think we got Carl on right now. I know he for sure is in Antigua right now playing some cricket along with some other. I don't know all of the cricketers from Nevis who are currently taking part. I know he's up there because I would have seen that news. Um, as I say, it's an avenue whereby a young man could be a professional. Like you got to take care of his body, got to take care of his mind. Could travel the world. Um, Definitely could travel the region and get some money. Um, so Reese West Indies get knocked out and them man don't even reach like the Super Six stages. Basically, this is the big boy stage. West Indies ain't even reached it. Who they be? Ireland and Scotland beat them. West Indies, Ireland to win a game, and we have a
Um,
situation. Got it.
so I would say that what I saw from the West Indies in the early parts of the World Cup was a total embarrassment. Um, I mean, and truly, an embarrassment is an understatement. I think that if the West Indies would have been a South American team, they would have gotten um, eliminated from existence as soon as they arrived, returned back to their country. As we've seen in football, we've seen sometimes where some South American countries would have ended the lives of players because of foolishness. And I think the showing that I saw this time around for the West Indies is an embarrassment. Um, yes, I understand that the team will be considered a young team in terms of age, but you still expected a better showing than what we received. Uh, the batting was atrocious. I think Brandon King would have had one or two good games, but I don't think anybody has really showed up. And it's just an all around failure. So I think it's a total embarrassment, especially going from um, winning two. I think it would have been 2012 and 2016. They would have win both World Cups. So now not even being able to qualify for the round of 12. That was totally embarrassing. And you still see Scotland and, like you said, Ireland, Afghanistan, Zimbabwe still playing, and the West Indies are at home. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, Netherlands still playing.
Embarrassing. Total embarrassment.
Okay. One of the things them why I want to talk about, why I want to kind of address. Darren Sammy, he was speaking and he had bring up some points as to why he think West Indies is struggling. And what, for example, he said India is a strong because they could tell their players you don't play anywhere else. You have to understand that they have the money to back it up. What you think about that?
Well, you know that I've always said that money is motivation, and I think Once there's money, then people are motivated to do different things. You see, for example, when India has the IPL, you see a lot of players from other countries go and play in India. You see West Indians go, you see South Africans go, other countries will go and play. But then you notice that the CPL and the one in Pakistan or the one in Dubai, you don't see any Indian players playing. Even those that don't make the team, they don't play. So I think the money is a real thing, but they have a product that they have developed. They have something that they put together where they could do that. And like you pointed out when we had a conversation about it. They put it together. It is well put together. We're not gonna put together in the West Indies.
Well, you see, and this is what we got to talk about now, because what we was discussing, like what really does happen in life is that people partake in the game. We watch the game and we feel like that's we watch the sport and we feel like that's the business. That's not the business. Okay, for example, Carl Tuckett is taking part in the business of cricket because he's an umpire. So he's benefiting from any when cricket play here, he benefit because he qualified on some level to participate within the game. So he could get a paycheck. He participate in cricket business. If you go down there and you commentate, you participate in the business. Um Definitely if you're playing, you're participating in it. If you run out there and you change the covers, all of them people, if you're down there and you sell chicken, what we got to do, focus on is like the businesses. I was telling you, for example, right now the regional for the competition is going on, and you can't watch it. So if I want to see Carlin at this moment in time, I can't see Carlin. I got to wait until the game is finished playing to know go say, well, okay, all right, this is what happened in this game. See who play, see what happened. In 2022, when you're building a fan base, when you're building a product, it's very difficult. Um, for example, to get advertising dollars, I would think that it easier to get advertising dollars if you actually have video content right now over if you got strictly audio content. When, as I'm telling you, is a game. But I feel like people, when I speaking about cricket, I feel like that's how come there does be a disconnect because sometimes people like they're watching the game, and the game is like where the majority of the sweet part, but the business, that's what I does be watching. One of my beef right now, um, by the way, my father is the president of the Nevis Cricket Association, and he did a good thing this year, which is that you could follow online live. So you could tune in on a website and then you could see, well, game going on, you could see this person about and you get like at least you could read out and see, well, a ball was ball, it went for 4-6. You could see roughly what happened. I don't understand why the associations, because I ain't gonna just say cricket no. Like why the football association, for example, don't have one camera. If you see what I'm saying. If we're trying to develop the business of the sport, you got to get eyes on the thing. Because then if you want Banca Nevis to sponsor you, Banca Nevis want people not just to know, no. They wanna be seen, they want the logo to be seen. And Banca Nevis right now, I mean when you're up on Facebook, you see the commercial, Banca Nevis to spend money. Me not see no entity putting out spending dollars like that right now, like the Banca Nevis. Understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like in order for these players to be getting more money, more revenue, needs to be generated. When I watch these games on Reese, as me tell them, I don't be watching the business. I was watching this morning, for example. Big game. If England lose, then England can't go through again. New Zealand versus England in a Commonwealth country, and it's only like half the stadium for 22,000. Me know how much people could fit in a Brisbane stadium, because let me tell you something. When these people, when the organizers looking at these things, they're looking at which part of the stadium gonna sell out, because all of this coming back to money. No, the Premier needs some free ideas. You know, see, the Premier does battle out on the opposition for ideas. I, I, I got a couple of them tonight, too. But when you're looking at this thing, because that again, that's why India would get games sold out. Eh? India market is 1.5 billion people. So they could get a stadium, a 50,000 seat stadium solo, definitely. And you're going to put the best of the best. Whereas
Yeah,
Singits, particularly Singits, something else Singits can get 10,000 people. So they
yeah,
had 20.
but
All of these things are come.
I agree. But one of the things, people support winners, right? And we see it in sports all the time. Where I remember back in 2004, I was in Miami. I was in Wanima, and then I was gave a free ticket to the Heat game. Carry Heat were garbage. Nobody wasn't supporting the team. 2006, the beginning Shaka can get a ticket to the game. People support when I was India, put out such a good product that the Indian people can support it there. When you got Virat and you got Rohit Sharma, you got Hardik Pandya, you got these kind of players. People can come over go see them. What do we have all of the what they're gonna make you say, I want to go watch it right now. Right now, is there a play in the West Indies that you could say, I got to go see when he comes in kids? Be
Not for
honest.
me, but
It,
no,
it,
no. Well, listen, he only got one in the world for me, you know, Reese. So it kind of hard. I'm not really the
man,
right person to ask about that. If it's not so, you come
really.
yeah, I am. I'm not. I don't have to go. But if
No,
Surya come out of his batting, whatever it is I doing, I stop doing it. I log on, I tune in. That's when the game start for me. When the man they
no.
start to bat. I
I
have to
understand
see.
what you say. Okay, I understand what you say. But think about the West Indies team as a whole right now. Is there any player in the West Indies team that you feel is a must see for anybody right now?
Um,
When you look at the
Lewis,
11,
Lewis.
Lewis, ever Lewis?
Pan a bowling perspective, I know people doesn't necessarily tune in, but Alzari Joseph, when he bowling, is worth watching as well. Um, Listen, some of the shots that the guy, he was the opening batsman. He played, he does play some funny shots.
Who
The
Myers?
left hand, yeah, he does play some funny shots. Listen, West Indies is entertaining. Um, you know, one of the things why I had want to say too, because I had heard people saying the major stakeholders need to get involved, like governments. St. Kitts and Nevis government don't need to get involved with West Indies cricket. West Indies cricket, and this is why I want to focus on the business of it. West Indies cricket is a LLC. West Indies cricket is a company. West Indies cricket is farmed down in the British Virgin Islands, if I am correct. I think from the couple of years ago when I had checked, they are a corporation. They are a business. If the business is not running properly, no, the CEO and these type of people need to be looked at, and it shouldn't be no rush job. That is part of the thing.
And then
When you listen,
here's
got it.
another thing I want to show you, Talon, right? Okay, you look at the team that we have that went into the World Cup and we failed. When you look at the players that went. When you decide you want to make a change in the team, we don't really got too much options here.
No, well, you see, what you're discussing is a quality circumstance, and I can tell you, um, because you like you want to beat around the bush, you know. Part of the problem too is that they're not good.
But me
Because
don't say that.
I heard Sammy with a number of reasons. Sammy would have said the reason why they lost is because they did not have inspiration, motivation, and all these kind of things. All of these are just buzzwords. You understand? These don't mean anything. I'm telling you, them man try hard, and that is the best way they could have produced. Sometimes you go like us or sometimes. I don't understand.
Hey, imagine, right? My favorite cricketer right now can't even make Indian team. That is how good India is. If he was in the West Indies, he'll never get dropped.
He would have been the captain of the team.
But he can't make the team. He cannot make the Indian team.
But you see, too, I'm trying to tell you, right? There is possibilities. There are ways. We got to like you could build a star in a navy, you know. And really and truly, the emphasis supposed to be on telling the people and them who running the organizations to be better at the business of the organization. I feel like that is what can translate at least into more revenue. And ultimately the business gonna run better too. Because I'm telling you, there is I understand that there is a compassion part. There is a man management part to the cricket thing, you know. But the CEO necessarily not supposed to be on that. That is down to like when you're dealing with like the coaches and them type of stuff there. But I'm talking about like when you look up at the executive, when you look up at the structure of West Indies cricket, there is a problem. In simple Sinkits and Nevis, I don't understand. For example, I feel like everything supposed to be a competition. Eh? So just like how you got inter high, it's supposed to got situations where the best high school in a Nevis play against the best high school in a Sinkits. There should be like an inter island competition. All of these things are building um the business of the sport. Um I would tell you when I was in Florida, I went to some high school football game, and I still following the team. I see a team coming from Tampa this week to go play the high school in Orlando. The man coming all the way from Tampa to go rough of a team in Orlando. You know? Reach the eight and no, they're gonna be tough. I would want to see that game there. But you see how when you look at that distance there, and all of that is driven by the fact that high school football in America is very profitable. But the business is there. You could go and you could follow up this thing, you could see statistics. Like if you're gonna be dealing with fan engagement, you got to do these things. And Reese, I was to tell you, you been get some word from Ansman and he said you was wrong about some of the band stuff. I was giving him some concepts. Because I was telling
I
him,
would,
for example,
I would talk to
um,
Ants any day.
I was telling him, for example, me ain't seen a band run here running like this massive social media campaign. I don't know that there is a band work a social media like that. Where you could say, hi, tuning in and there's ways to do these things. I was saying, if you're on the poster for a show, that not the end of the promotion, you know? You're supposed to be on your individual pages, and the
But
band
listen,
supposed to
no,
be there,
no, no.
and you're there, and you're telling people, yo, we on this, they ain't just there on the poster, you know? You got to run your
But,
own thing, right?
but listen, it's supposed to be to the point where you, If you know the band supposed to start at 10 o'clock, you're supposed to tell people, hey, 9:30, we locking on, let them come in. But that's a different thing. We don't have to touch, we don't have to touch entertainment today, man. Me tell you, bash them. But yeah, they got to develop the business structure, man. They do have to develop the business structure. That's a fact. You know, and we got to develop stars too. We got to develop stars. We're not gonna start. You got Paul Run as the captain who struggled to make 12 runs. No man, no man.
I want to ask you a quick question concerning Spencer Brand, my representative in St. Paul.
Ah,
He would have post recently, um, and he would have been speaking. I think, well, no further clarity was given from me, but he would have spoke about the land over in Cox. You find it
mm.
strange. You find it strange that now this thing is months after that all of a sudden this post come out. You find it any kind of strange?
um, Man, find it strange. I can tell you what the problem with what I have with the post. It leave me with a lot of questions. But like I said, anytime anybody open a door, we got questions to ask her. And me know why I just post and me can't ask no question, you know, answer me question. Cause then you're confusing me.
What
If you
questions
want
you
to bring
have?
no, if you want to bring clarity, let's bring clarity. Let the people ask questions. Like
So
the
you
one of the
you
questions one of the questions will be the timing of this post. Why now? That's one of the questions. Why now? Because you want to get on camera
my
again.
my best guess would have to be because remember they're doing town hall meetings. CCM got money. CCM traveling. CCM in the US. Um, hold on, there. Chef asked what post. Um, I'm gonna read the post. The post is saying for inquiry minds who still want to know. No, who still wants to know. My wife and I borrowed money to buy private land in 2008 as private citizens. I got approval to develop those lands through the CBI program in 2014 and 15 while I was a private citizen. I have not sold a single unit and the development has never started. I did not become a member of government until the end of 2017. My obligation by law is to disclose my family assets to the Integrity Commission. I have done so each year, including the land owned by my wife and I since 2008. That is so as I tell you, because they're doing the town hall meetings, I would have to believe that the question is coming up. So he feel like he got to go on a wide scale to reiterate what is the position. That is my best guess.
See, the issue with that is that a lot of these town hall meetings aren't being broadcasted. So, and we know that they're not being heavily attended. So,
What?
if you don't have,
And
no, so
the one in the name, see people are stand up, boy.
let me ask you a question. You see any live from it? You see any video from it? You see picture?
Mm.
Picture can't talk.
Yes. Okay.
Picture can't talk.
Okay.
So, what is going to happen now is me not got to put it out there because if you're not there, you don't know what's going on there because there's no live. There's no live feed. You're not going to see the 300 and 400 views. There's no live feed. I don't have to respond. So my question is why now?
But I'm
What going
telling you,
on? Why?
I feel like it's a reaction based upon questions that are being asked at these town hall meetings. As you talk about town hall meetings. I don't know. I didn't see Eric at the last one. And this is not to insinuate anything because I know Eric is gonna be quick to say he there with CCM and CCM there with him. You know, I say Eric done with them and nothing like that. I'm just saying that is also a strange thing that I pick up on that. Well, I would understand everybody can go, but it's
No,
only
that no
three
strange.
amigos. It's only
That
three
no,
amigos traveling at this time, and is
that no
not.
strange.
What I mean by that? Not strange.
That no strange. The person who's most likely to retain his seat 100% is Eric. Eric not got the campaign. They are not, and let me say it again, they will not bring in nobody to vote in Jindala. They're not send a plane ticket to them. They don't need it.
Giselle said they have not been answering that question about Spencer when it's being put forth. I don't.
Jetty said the
I just
same thing. Eric seat safe. Jetty said,
so Eric just don't get to participate. He just got to participate as far as nomination there and everything. You know,
yeah,
got not
yeah,
kind of problem.
yeah. So
Listen,
that is the thinking.
I'm just telling the people of Gingerland when you're in a relationship and the person don't know that they love Lucky, just look at the relationships that you see with people and you see one of them in no. They love that. You ain't got to do nothing. Just look at how them things that does work out and I gonna do I. I know you don't got to
So
we got
somebody asked what about the candidate for St. Thomas is. The candidate for St. Thomas is has not, I guess, officially been announced, but I think Rihanna is Lataya. Um, as a gambling man, and from time to time I gamble a lot. Me not got no money to chop on Lataya. I do not have Lataya within that race. So they need to go deal with they need to deal with St. Paul's, which I feel is a dead race too. St. James and Mark got to go hustle his seat. But I feel like St. Paul's and St. Thomas is getting NRP and the others got to go campaign.
um I think it is very critical for the premier that St. Thomas is a CCM seat. Um the CCM in my opinion the premier got to pick a team. The premier is yet to pick a team. You understand? The premier inherit things from Van Sammer. And so in order to pick your team and to get your legacy. Well, in order to get your legacy, you got to get your team too. So I feel like it is critical that the premier get through in that regard. Like even the premier posse of being a premier, he not do the budget, no? He not do his first budget until the following December. Vance even take his first year. Vance was a G. Oh, Vance was a G. Vance take it first year. I gonna set your budget so that at least you could see this is our budget set and boom, 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 boom. This is how the
Do
thing
you,
set.
do you, do you think that is why Mark turned on and kicked him out of the party? Because Vance was too much of a G. Some
Um,
play chess and some play checkers.
no, well, you see, what happened is at that member and at this moment in time, Vance don't know he can. So Vance walk out. I'm gonna go out like a G. Since a going out all the way. Because I remember, and this was a question also why I had concerning the election what coming up and why there needs to be a date for the election. If if ele- if election is in January, no, I just giving another point as to why there should be a date. If the election is in January, CCM would have written the budget in December. There is not going to be another budget until the following December. Why should a party what just give out be in control of the budget for a whole year, essentially taking a year after the party what going in? That should not be that not right. That not possible. That not supposed to be good enough right there. It should at least be that if it come down to this late kind of time, you can't do a budget or something. You got to do like a supplementary budget or something. But you should not be able to direct a whole year of a party getting in. And I'm saying this regardless of the party. I'm just
So
saying that there's a potential that the party we're gonna give a vote out just don't do the budget. And that not right.
check what I saying, right? Because remember, when the first people to ball for a set date was me. I believe you need a set date. I believe our election should be held on one date, both local and federal. I mean, I believe in this election every 2 years in a neighbor's business. Yeah, that is how I feel about it. I believe in set dates. I totally agree. And you're right. If you have a set date, the set date should be before the budget should go forward. So I agree with you.
Um, we was talking about that and I wanna come back on a point that just something that I observed concerning the upcoming election that's gonna happen. Um, I think that Janice and Pat went through a rough election. Okay. Um, in terms of like in life, you are going to get what? Regardless. Like the most popular person you know, if you got like a 50% approval rating, you know how popular you be. And that only half. That means the rest half, what do you get? Um Janice, would I get some wood? Um Janice, would I get some in another the St. James people um should get locked up. And this was only upon the platform. So you don't know necessarily what would have been coming like pan the road. That does be another thing. I'm just saying to my sister, Lataya. And me not again nobody know what like or so. Not me. But I'm saying she has to be prepared for a rough election. And I don't even necessarily think he won't come from the NRP candidate. But I'm just saying because I'm thinking about certain things that the premier would have said, right? And me I consider in my mind is one out of two things. Is either Lataya hear that and she didn't find anything wrong, so she not tell the premier not. Go ahead, go with that. That no personal. Ah, she had a problem with certain things and she went and she might have said something and she was told, nah, this is the game plan. We're running with this. By which case, then you got to start to watch the thing and be like, hmm, I got a problem with that. But this is my team. How when my morals there? And I'm just saying, because listen, this is why I think most people would have concern going into politics. Because you are going to get some personal what. So really and truly, as me say, it, it, it's just preparation. I think she got to be mentally strong for what is to come.
See, me not believe in personal world business, eh? Especially when
Okay.
you start to talk like family business and things like that. Me not believe in that. I mean, me can't get into politics, so Yeah,
No, but
me know,
no, but
me
no, but
couldn't
you
tell.
acknowledge that it gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, me not build for it. Nah, later, me not build for it. So I will not. I am not able to go into politics. Me not take no word from nobody. Yeah, me not build for that.
But how but me not even talk about the word part. If you feel a kind of way, right? About how okay. All the parties right now rushing to this woman empowerment story. Um this is the party of woman empowerment, right? All right. Um and we got a lot more representation within the government infrastructure on a high level from women. NRP itself, a lot of women. I mean, 80% of the candidates are ladies. How you're supposed to navigate certain things, certain principles when you against fundamentally like what is being said, how something is being approached. You just roll with it because it's your teammates. Okay, when me I ask you for
Hey,
example,
no,
you
no,
you
no,
know
no.
your
Hold on,
budget,
hold on,
you
hold
know
on.
your
Hold
budget,
on, man.
God,
Hold on, man. Let me tell
put
you.
a little heat on it.
Some
Yeah.
sometimes, right? You will do something that is morally unacceptable to you to secure your future. Sometimes you do stuff like that. A man will tell you they never believe in selling crack here, but they also have to feed their family. So they have to make a decision. Break down my community and take care of my family and let my family struggle and my community gonna still find somebody else to break it down. Sometimes they got to make a tough decision. Am I going to
Yeah,
secure
but
my future or am I going to stay out here and struggle?
uh, the one thing I would tell you though is that the man who do that, the man who is dealing this crack, he is not selling me on his integrity. He is not selling himself as a role model any of these things. Whereas no, I'm just asking about like a politician. You're a politician, you're a young politician. You disagree with something that I see. Yeah. And it's a minor discrepancy,
But let me
really
ask
and
you a question.
truly. You
Check
just
up everything.
disagree with it.
But check up everything. What if she don't disagree? What if she don't disagree with it?
No, but my
Check.
mother, I wanna say me a dog like and Jumbie. Me no know, I wanna me no know what is wrong. As me say, me just a try to understand where we is, and this is what me I try to tell you. And that how come I say is either one or the two things. She ain't find a problem. She feel like well, that's a fair shot. And by the way, if it's a fair shot, and I would say the premier with the governor of the Virgin Islands, do you think that the premier informed the governor that Janice is in Nevis and should be arrested at once for the crimes that she perpetrated back in 2000 and whenever?
No, can't do that because there was an investigation and she was cleared of her wrongdoing.
Okay.
Me- Remember, it wasn't a local case; it was a federal case. The FBI was involved in this. Yeah.
Okay. And this is what I'm saying, Reese. Because she understand that this man is up here. What I'm saying is, she is a potential candidate. She looking to go in the election. She is gonna hear the premier saying, "Bye, Janice need to get locked up," and Janice do X and Y and Z. Understanding nothing goes on. Embellishing on a story for politics. What I'm saying is, she down there, she hearing this, she ain't realizing, "Bye, I getting ready to go into this thing, you know." Suppose somebody roll like us up on top of me. I feel like I going step in here and say this here.
Hey, hold on,
Just
hold on. Hey,
someone
reject the comment.
when you say me talk like my baby was just around.
No. Reject the comment. The one up on the screen.
Take one with team. Make sure Alan been out with three of his boys and they see four woman and one of them not. One of them, nah do nothing. Somebody got to take one for the team. We the book. Me not understand, but Mr. Mama,
My man so tired to give out for the team, boy. Tired, said it with the home team.
oh, but but so you just understand what me I say. Because and what me I say like right, okay. These things just start off like a so small, if this can start off small like so, when she get in and she's an actual minister, could she say something that going against what is going on? Ah, that gonna get shut down too. You got to be monitoring all of these things.
Hold
Remember
on.
the premier say
Hold, hold,
that
hold on. Here's an honest question. How many times do we see individuals go out away from what the party has decided to do? Right? Um, we see, for example, let's look for example when the vote came up about term limits, right? When Tim them would have batted up in the first 5 years, Labour shut it down. All Labour went against it. All opposition went against it. Was it a good idea? I feel it's a good idea. But just because of where you're far within party lines, is it either you're for or you're against based on your party line? How often do we really see individuals go or vote different from what the party
no,
decide to do?
you don't see it or not. But what I'm saying is it don't even have to be public neither. This is what I'm saying. You just go and you say, yo, but Alan, what I find happening in Nevis is that people like to dirty people name just to win an election. Not a soul could call me name, no lies. I mean, I wrap up in a nothing. But here Chai say he would jump in a hell to save it. Bye. Yeah, Chai say he gonna clear the way. Um,
So that's what you're looking at, man. One of the things we would see within party politics is that people don't stray away from what the party decide to go with. Like we have
um,
individuals assigned to align with a party and still can't be independent thinkers, and that is unfortunate. Still got our man you want.
yeah. Listen, I also find it strange that nothing happened concerning what the premier said. I
In terms
feel
of what?
like you listen. I always feel like if somebody going over the line and they must say something what ain't true, um, you go deal with that. Like Mikey Perkins would carry a quote for defamation suit. You better believe that. You understand? I feel like as I said, certain things going over the line in certain ways. Yeah, you got to you got to
So
for real.
so here's the thing. You feel that they should take the premier to court.
With regards to the locking up and like
Yeah.
somehow he deal with that. He right on the line. He right on the line. Uh,
Okay. So
uh,
at
okay,
this
you
point,
have
no,
to
but
give me the question.
mm,
Mm-hmm. The
no, but
question.
here's the
Looking
thing.
at
Realize now, election on the bed. You got X amount of funds. You want to spend your money, and the court you say you want to spend your money in the election. Because only so much money you got there, you gotta make a decision.
Janice money is NRP money.
At some point, you got to come out the pocket.
Yeah,
At some point, you got to come out the pocket.
that's how this thing work.
At some point, you got to come out the pocket. Telling you. At some point, you got to come out the pocket.
I hope that Mickey ain't come out of pocket to go New York.
Boy, the PRO was making the rounds, man, making the rounds.
And the PRO, at least like the PRO for CCM doing a better job right now than the PRO for NRP. Because
NRP, yeah,
I
PRO, the
yeah,
PRO for NRP.
Miss Ann Busu is the
Yeah.
PRO for NRP. I ain't see any pictures of the
You see?
cocktail as yet. I ain't see any
Oh,
pictures
what?
of the that I don't know again.
No, and that's one of the problems. So every event that NRP get, they're supposed to post with a 100 picture. Yeah, you got to chop a bunch of picture. So individuals that are not here could still feel that they're part of it. Your supporters that are foreign could still look at it and say, yeah. But you know,
But that's how come I tell you the PRO for CCM is doing a better job than the
yeah,
PRO
yeah,
for
yeah.
NRP.
Yeah, so they got that.
Me not see no vibe. One thing I tell you, CCM very like CCM could open a photo lab. Understand? CCM could deal with like some old time pictures where you got to go in and put. Oh, Adele, you see the pictures? I,
Okay,
I hear
no,
I hear some pictures. I hear the cocktail ain't had nobody, but I only
no,
hear
no.
some.
The pictures didn't come out. The time that the pictures being released was too late. Then pictures got released the same night.
So you see the pictures for you? Me not see the pictures.
The pictures came out, but the pictures came out too late. You realize that during CCM convention in New York, town hall in New York, pictures start to release.
During the
Then
town hall?
yeah, the one in New York, the
No.
one in New York, they release
I
they
thought
release, the first of the pictures come out during the actual activity.
mm-hmm. Got the
Yeah,
PRO working.
you got to do things like that. You got to get stuff out quickly. You know, if you remember in the last election, you remember the last federal election, as soon as somebody says something, Labour had a clip and PLP had a clip. Go in. Yeah, you got to be like that. Got
Just
to
just
start
to tell
working.
just to tell her why they got to be goons, why they can't have some intellectuals take on the government if that is necessary. Boy, okay. Alright, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. And the cocktail was down the road from me. I don't even walk down the road. I don't even remember why I do Friday night. Probably some kind of basketball or something. But I am not saying a lot of people went to the cocktail. So we're gonna see what going on. That mean it was a good fundraiser.
Yeah, man. So,
Um, football in Nevis, like I said, I'll be talk a lot of sports tonight. The premier sponsoring the first ever Premier's Cup. Another strange thing. You know that the premier brother was the president before,
no,
and
I
he
don't.
never
I actually don't know the people. I don't even know the
and
Premier's brother.
he didn't have a Premier's Cup. Me not understand what going on. And I would like to thank the premier. I understand that there was some kind of wrangling what had to go on. The initial amount for the winners of the Premier Cup did not. No, that there wasn't very premierly, but the Premier was able, I think, to step up after a little nudging, and get the picture taken. I would like to see the amount. Understand? You can't. The Premier got to be smarter. You can't be give them kind of prize there for them in a competition and then want to tell football man take them kind of money then.
But
That not
how
go.
long is it? How long is the thing? How long is the tournament?
But it's a little small tournament, you know. It's only about four teams gonna be in there, you know.
Okay. Just a quick weekend tournament that one day tournament thing.
Me, me think it might be a one day tournament. I would like if it's a weekend tournament.
I think it should
I
be 2 days, man.
yeah,
Saturday you get the 14 play and then the winners. You can even get the 14 again play the Sunday.
yeah.
And I mean, you just
Listen,
get the winners of both games play last game Sunday.
it should be Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's
Thursday.
nothing. There's nothing. Yeah, Thursday night. Thursday night. This vibes. Thursday night. This vibes.
Or you want
Thursday
all the
night.
team to play? You want all the team to play each other?
Yeah, but Thursday night. This vibes at night. Things could go on from them time.
Mm.
Yeah, but we're gonna have the first what I said, the Premier Cup, Premier's Cup. It was supposed to be this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna be this weekend. I don't know if they're gonna push it back to next year.
Mm.
And they should not push it back to next year because I don't tell I election is next year. So if I don't want no Panza tournament for election, if I know what I know, I keep the tournament now, keep it before Christmas.
I wanna make a comment here. I want to talk about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, go down talk about your football business, but then I'm gonna touch on something here because I see about it now. Then I want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk about people can't afford to buy milk to make tea, right? And I saw a lot of people talking about the prices and the way that the prices um, just seem to increase overnight. I think they need to have a price control service where stores and vendors have to register the prices and you go far from there. You can't just today a tin of milk is $3 and tomorrow is $4 and the next day is $5. You just can't reprice randomly. So I think they need to have something in place where they regulate the prices because they're taking advantage of people. They're taking
Um,
advantage of people.
Consumer affairs supposed to be the one who handle that. My mother was showing me some garlic butter, and she said initially she used to buy the garlic butter for $15. She said it went up to $21. Now she told me she went there last week and the garlic butter is now $28. So she start off this year at 15 and now it's $28. It has doubled. Everything just going up and up and up. Um and the this next election is a money election. Um Money and listen, me not talk about pay people money to vote. I am not speaking about that. I am talking about people looking at the opportunities that are there. They want more opportunities. They want the ability to whether it's work for themselves or get a job somewhere. Like people want money. So this next election, this is about how CCM NRP is going to generate different revenue streams, more revenue. Um, I see the man the MSR media guy and the actress were meeting with the prime minister recently there, and I heard him say he's gonna be leaning on the prime minister and his newly created creative economy department. Understand? So I don't see MSR is heading SK. You understand? The well are dry up in a certain realms, and
Yeah,
It
well,
can't be 4 seasons. I carry.
like you said, they will drain up, but I just don't like the fact that when I see people post like they receipt them and so on by, and I see them on got 3 items for $103. You say, well, how, why they for $103? And then they show you, they post another receipt from a week before and say the same items. God, the whole receipt got of $17 for the exact same items. That's a problem. That is a problem. So they need to be some kind of price control because the people balling out. The people balling out. You got to deal with the people.
Well, maybe CCM is going to the Virgin Islands and to New York to explain to the Norwegians in the diaspora why they will need to be sending more barrels home or something like that. So I don't know what going on, but it it rough, and then you're gonna still come back into the entertainment side of Nevis as far as like if people ain't got the money, which part people going? Where is the discretionary income going to be to go enjoy yourself on the weekend, to go do the little extra thing, to go treat yourself and make yourself feel like you have to work hard, I hear a woman at the CCM press conference, and the woman is like, "Yo, I make $1,500 a month, and I pay $900 to decade a month." And she question me. She got two questions. She want to know if the government could got a decade, and if there could be somewhere where like people could just get a little boathouse. You check it out, yo, this thing rough right now. And she ain't even talking about like one. She's like, if this can be like a community. Cause she asking on behalf of people. You're paying 2/3 of your salary. And this ain't you ain't feed your child yet. This is only to pay somebody to look after your child for part of the day. The part of the day the day when you're gonna go up. And so your child I guess an interaction. How you supposed to live your life? I see Taj post something last week. The Taj said it's only when you convert your paycheck to US, you realize you're living in poverty.
Bye. I see couple people post that, right?
Or
Bye. That's me ass.
you got to
When I see
convert
that,
you check to US dollars and realize, yo, you ain't even making 1,000.
things rough, boy. Things rough, things
That's
rough.
all.
And when I
I'm
see that,
telling
I
you,
realize I say, boy, things rough.
these gonna be the major things. So and these are things like how certain things were going on. Like the premier say, he have a big pending announcement concerning the airport. If the premier had something of substance, he would have done so. He would have done so because it's needed. Any kind of new revenue generation is gonna be appreciated at this time. Any kind of forward thinking and any kind of cutting somewhere to go put somewhere else is gonna be needed. Listen, I hear certain things in the. I want to listen briefly to the town hall, but the man said something like a question was asked about like Grove Park, and Mr. Brown would have said they need to come to a resolution about what they're gonna do with the park. In the last manifesto, that man said they're gonna put X million in the park and restore the park to a first class facility, and partner up with the Patriots and do all kind of things. Right now, the only thing we be do, them man tear down the fence. They ain't gonna fence in the park. That has been the investment after 5 years. And now them man has come and go say, well, bye, we got to think about how we going to do it. And if we still a wonder, like, if the India gonna continue to go football, people can't go over any Mondo Chuck go play football. And sports is only 1 month out of the year. All of the rest will be supposed to be around Mondo Chuck or watch football. And the half century in the Mondo Chuck. But the Premier's Cup. The Premier's Cup should be over in the Mondo Chuck. The Premier's Cup. You understand? In the world class Mondo Chuck. Don't apart me game.
If them might give me $1,000, I give them a great idea. Yeah? I got the idea that will make it all so much better.
We got
You
ahead
gotta give
now.
me, no, you gotta give me $1,000. Nah,
I told
nah,
dollars.
do that. Yeah, $1,000. Cause I got a great idea. Trust me. I mean, idea about my idea is so good. People from Sync is gonna come in. Like multimedia and thing, and they go record everything. Trust me, I got a good idea, but they got to pay. Me tell you, to give you a free idea now, man.
Um recently your opinion on Sinkits and the costume money. I don't know if you know, but a couple months back, somebody like the major costume designers, I guess that's what I would have to say. They had come out and said they ain't doing anything for carnival. They can't afford it, material, way this, and basically the government pay for costume. The government, some kind of funds was transferred, made available, and money was given to the designers. So now all of a sudden we gonna get whatever the troop and thing. Um, First of all, your opinion on that, and the government
Okay.
subsidizing carnival costume.
Um, I think coming out of the pandemic and not really having a carnival going for X amount of years. I understand doing it. Um, I don't have anything against them doing it because I think since since 2019, there has not been a carnival where you have actually have revelers on the street and stuff like that. So give the people a chance to free up. I get it. So I'm not against it. Um, and what would happen is a lot of the troops and stuff like that would do fundraising events to gather funds to deal with costumes and stuff like that. I don't want to be able to do most of that. So I understand. I'm not against it. I could talk with the costume them now, no.
Wait there, I want to ask you a question.
Ah,
Um, you feel like all the troop and them should get the same money, or established troop should get more money?
no, I
Because
don't.
what happened is
I,
that who
uh,
was there to get more money?
yeah, okay. So what I'm saying now is that I don't think that if you're coming in as a brand new troop, you really should get that much money. And I'll tell you why. Because it could just be looked at as a money grab. Because you hear the government giving you some money, you want to jump in, right? It may not be something that you really have your heart into. Whereas you may have the fun vibes, or you may have the troop that got masters as small as a play for, which is a regular troop. So you know that they invested into the culture. They deal with the culture. They different the thing every year. But if you just come, me and you say, boy, come and take your money, but you'll have to get a troop, get some money. That little different. That little different.
Yeah, but I think that the government also need to research and find out what's going on, because listen, Dr. Joe, all what me I tell you, I should give Ali more. All my argument be, I should give she more. Understand?
You more?
Ali David, she got too. She doing costume. She from Navis. And my niece.
Okay.
This is her first time in there, but she's been making clothes for years. Um,
Mm.
and this is not a circumstance of where when the pandemic started, we had a lot of people decide them a farmer now. and them go up on the land, and then as soon as them get outside, then they say, "Bana, they're not about to go up on the land and grass go up on the land." This is somebody who are making clothes all the time, venture into the snow. I feel like in this circumstance, should have been a situation where she get the same amount, in my estimation. And also, you see, my thing is too, right? If you're there all the time, you've been supposed to be making some kind of money.
Yeah, but I want to tell you also what the other part is. The other
Right.
part is for an established troop, especially if you are a troop that got new babes that got masters playing field, they got a big troop. Yeah, you got
Mhm.
people. A new troop, your troop when your troop developing, you don't got too much people. So you also got to balance the dollar amount with the size of the troop as well. So
Um,
that's another thing at the balance of.
I want to talk about this woman what gave me somewhat passport abuser. You familiar with
Passport
the
abuse.
passport abuser situation?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is this lady. She's a blogger, and I think she travels to various countries and she lets people know what her experience was like and where this, and I guess it's basically a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And she came to the country. I think it would have been last week, and she chose. It's rough right now. Listen, I will tell you right now, it's not the best time. No, you understand? It got a little bit too much of rain. Little too much of rain. Right now it's cool enough. The weather is getting right down to the area where it needs to be. But little too much rain. It was about the weekend. But she said nobody should come and sing it on ears again. I'll be rude. Them take where she Fenty makeup and all these kind of story. She got to go to Miami go buy more makeup. Is your opinion on the passport abuser?
Okay. So first and first, you got to know the time of year that you're traveling, right? Now she decided to venture into the Eastern Caribbean in October, still in the hurricane season. Everybody know September is when you get most of the big hurricane. But October you
October
get a lot of rain.
is the
October you
rainiest
get a
month of
lot
the
of rain. So if you choose to come at the time of year, every year, you get a lot of rain, Pana, that is not my fault. That is one. Two, okay, you say how you feel. That's how she feel. Don't come, don't come. I can tell you what my biggest problem really was. You had individuals who are citizens of the facial states and names that were agreeing with that. That is BS. I don't care how you feel, who rude and who ain't rude, what experience you had. You don't ever go with somebody outside against your own people. I don't care where you live and what your life experiences are. If there's one time you put country above self, that is when you do it. So those individuals who decided with she, them is asshole.
watch. I, I can't say the issue with condition with
No,
reason.
listen,
I
you could
can't say the
no
issue
no
with
no
reason.
no no listen. You could say this in private. You don't say this on Instagram. We could have a conversation in bar shop and we say but she a point here. But on
Okay,
Instagram on a global platform, you shut your ass.
okay.
On a
Here,
global
here.
platform, no, hold on, because she got 90,000 viewers. On a global platform, shut the hell up. I don't care if you agree or not. Shut your ass.
Okay. Hope maybe one day I'll be get 90,000. Um, here what going on. The major discrepancy that I have with the young lady is she saying this stuff was taken away, but what she describing only happens in my estimation, like when you're going through TSA, what we call this? This is immigration. This ain't even immigration yet, right? This is like
Oh,
um, you're going through the scanners and them kind of thing. There. For my
mm.
part, if she reaching in the country, I don't see nobody who can tell she, well, you got to show her that if she done reaching in the country. If she telling me this happened when she was exiting, I, I understand how we get that way. But that was the thing why I didn't understand from the start. Because she was talking and she was saying, well, no, me not gonna make up and me down here and this and that. But if the thing get take away when she was leaving, she had Jamaica. You understand what I'm saying? We could get into how they spoke to her and if it was wrong on them kind of thing. But me not understand it like that your thing does get take away when you reach it. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, well, check out Ghana too. Even if you want to say how they spoke to her, right? You see, a lot of things you have to put in the context. We're going to see how they spoke to her. The major
Mm-hmm.
question is how did she speak to them? Because whatever energy, some people, whatever energy you give them, some people feel because you have a job, you have to be nice. No, if you call me an asshole, not because I have a job, you're an asshole though. Life is simple. Wherever you feel you want to go, I want to go there with you. Life is simple. So if the individual say, hey, this cannot go, and she starts with a bunch of F this and F that, well, F you too. I don't consider that person who working, who doing the job until she F you, because after she went off on them. I don't consider them wrong. No, no, not at all. No.
So um I don't have some tough interactions down in the airport in Singapore. I don't have that's all I'm gonna say. I don't have some tough interactions down there. Um I could get to see where she coming from. Missed out on posting sponsored content and she created a story to cover for that. She said maybe she missed out on posting sponsored content.
Very possible.
It
Very
was all
possible.
said. So she would interpret anything other than what you want to hear. She would think it's a problem. Listen, really and truly to it, because I was trying to read through all what she said. And apparently, well, at least, maybe somebody what she was posting, but it was saying that they had a discrepancy in Singits, but they love Nevis. And I telling her all the time, Singits and Nevis is two different countries. I could tell me it's one country and I'll be a one however. No, no, no. We're a federation when we need to be. But it's two different countries. Nevis by different Singits. Just different Singits. Um, I got to give this Hamilton somewhere. You know who is this Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Let me let
So,
me
so,
hear
this,
this.
so Dr. Joe would have been making some kind of comment the other day, and Dr. Joe gonna get his word too, and he would have been saying that Singits and Nevis are rediscovering each other again, and people from Singits are catching the boat and deciding, you know, let me go to Singits for dinner, and people from Nevis are catching the boat and deciding, and let me go down to Singits for some Kentucky. Dr. Joe reduced me to Kentucky. Dahil pa may kupamasing kita. Dr. Joe na tell me like, will come na go up on this trip, club, kama. Me gonna sing it in a couple of weeks. Me gonna watch movie. I gonna watch Black Panther. Dr. Joe don't even tell me me gonna sing it. Go watch movies. Dr. Joe said, "Why Nevis people are rediscovering Sinkits again, you know, they're deciding to come down to get Kentucky."
Listen,
And
listen.
I'm
Let me
gonna
tell you
blame
something.
this little ass because when he got on and he eat the Kentucky, then he post a picture and he said, look at me. with my lovely KFC. You understand? Is he's the reason, and that's where you gonna get it
Boy,
wrong.
listen. Boy, listen. Let me tell you something, right? let me let me tell you something. KFC is a major thing. Okay, if you get it,
No,
you're good. And if you no, I'm telling you, KFC is a major thing. Alan, let me explain you something, right? St. Thomas, I think that two, I think two KFC. The BVI does not have any KFC. You always know when it's weekend because once you go to the boat going to the BVI, it's full of KFC. Them is going over with KFC. You know when it's weekend there because them going with them KFC over to Tatola. Same thing in the US. But you know when it's weekend when news people come down, maybe get with KFC back in the US. But
so
we get with
so
KFC back in the But
so
yeah,
St. Thomas people watch BVI people, they see them single people, what neighbors people.
yeah,
Look on them.
we know what time it is. Once you see them come in, all the KFC game. All the KFC game. Anybody who lives in Thomas will tell you, but you know what? Saturday me want a KFC. Leave for the people that all because in the full
Yo, I just feel like we could do a lot better than that. You know what we need that Chick-fil-A. That's what, especially the Christian Council would love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A believe in a Jesus, some of them don't open Sunday. Christian Council, get on that. Chick-fil-A, man. I'm telling you, when I get them sauce there, but we see how long me not eat no chicken with ketchup. God, so it's about the sauces now, man. You gotta have sauce.
by your cook
We doing
style, by your cook style. Like
boy,
the Polynesian sauce.
I get it right now. Get it right now. It's amazing.
I understand. I know.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
man, but
telling you,
that's all. JT Taylor, I understand, boy. But yeah, man. Yeah, I understand the KFC thing, man. The KFC thing is a big thing. You might feel that it's a shot. You might feel embarrassed out the way it is, but the KFC thing is a big thing, man.
listen, I wanna know how come singers and how come singers people could come for dinner and I only could go for KFC. They come for
You want
dinner.
KFC?
I go for KFC. It's only KFC money I got. Nevis people on Nevis people only got KFC money.
How long you see him
That's
make Chef going to buy Chick-fil-A tomorrow, boy. So she craving it now.
but I'm telling you. With them waffle fries. That's the vibes. That's the chicken. That's the
Me
real
not
chicken,
say
I'm telling you.
me not say nothing. Me keep me more check out that day. Yeah,
Um
serious thing.
I had, I had another small question.
Ah.
Right now we're seeing CCM traveling, three ministers one time
Mm.
traveling. I even see three of them on a boat, and somebody had brought up like, suppose something happened to the boat. Especially they were saying, the weather in the Virgin Islands was kind of bad. Been having a lot of accidents recently.
Mm.
You feel like any thought was going to the fact that you don't want as that many important people on the same kind of trip, just in case something happens. Small discrepancy. Is it worth any kind of thought?
No, election on the bend. Right now we got to see we got to secure we votes. Election on the bend. That's what I'm thinking about. I
No, but
understand what
here
you're
one.
saying.
Okay.
I totally understand what you're saying. For example, when they have the State of the Union address, you
Hmm.
would have a designated individual who is an elected person who is away from the venue. Whereas if there's anything that is to happen to the venue, that individual would take over the country. I get that, right? I think you kind of like a designated survivor, whatever it is. But in this case, the man realized the pressure is on. The man got to do what he got to do. Only Eric now worry, yeah? Eric now worry. Eric got the one person not worry.
Me just been say instead of one boat trip, two. That I have.
Oh, the man split it up.
Yeah. If all I be going to New York, we're gonna get the PRO and the premier. We're gonna get the two big man one way, and then we gonna Zook and Van going the next way. So smart. As I tell you, see money gonna spend, all of them gonna reach small discrepancy. And by the way, you got a lot of things, eh? You got certain things like to me is for the fun. I would have heard I like to hear personally when a politician slip up verbally. So for example, when I heard Lataya in her swearing in and she looked down and she said I swear to King Charles and all his heirs, that make me laugh inside. He gonna just make me laugh. She not swear to his ear. His ears though. All of them she swear to all of it. He gonna make me laugh. So I like a
Only what
tonight
Trisha
when me
Yearly.
yeah. I like a tonight when me hear Cleon. And Cleon she was supposed to say have, but she said has. That just make me laugh. These are just small discrepancies. These ain't gonna mean nothing in the bigger picture. Um, or you better believe there's politicians in right now who does make me laugh, and there's some who is coming. Who else gonna make me laugh? These are just small discrepancies. So, big guy, like, you know,
No, I think in
don't,
everything you and I always have bloopers, right?
yeah,
You gonna always have bloopers. You know what I mean? I think we go find bloopers for everybody. But the thing about it is which one funnier. That's all it is. Cause some people got some
like,
funny bloopers.
yeah,
You want me to tell you the funniest thing I seen in about 2 years?
alright.
Check this out. Them man launch, them man will launch in Rohan, and them man bring Corey. Corey has a baton, and Corey doing a little run around, and Corey hand it back now to Rohan. And Rohan take two steps. The first step was a run, the second step was a jog, the third step was out of breath. I said, well, what? You know what? I like the entertainment, and people don't see it that way. It was a good lunch, but I don't find things to laugh at. That's I near Reese, I don't laugh.
Yeah.
You know
These
what I
are
mean? Yeah.
like, yeah. I just want people to understand. There's a difference between like small discrepancies. These are just like little jokes. The major discrepancies is, for example, the revenue. The revenue of the country is 140 million. What is any government gonna do? What, which government got a plan? What want to get happy to 200 million? That's what we need to be discussing. These are the big things. But just to tell you, sometimes, I mean, dealing in politics, you got these small little things.
How
But
you mean, man? Especially when it's somebody that ain't accustomed to speak proper English. They only speak dialect, and then they got to give a presentation, and they start to bite the tongue. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yes, man.
it's just it's wonderful. And even me saying so now, because like some of them gonna hear it and they're gonna be like, because the part what I know is gonna make sure that it happens is because if they think about it. Once they have to think about what they are gonna say, that's a which part are the problems there. That's when me know me good. It's like every time I hear a politician, ah, yeah, I love when Queen Show reach the interview segment.
No,
I
man,
have
I thought
seen
that you do.
I
We
have
we
seen
thought
the talent, I've
no,
seen all
no,
the
no.
people, but I
Let
love
me
it.
go next. No,
No,
next
but
time we not talk that with you.
no,
Listen,
no, me,
when we talk about that right after the show, me inbox me phone, me get cuss on head top to foot bottom. Me not talk about that again, not me. Me
No,
not
man, you're
better.
telling I like to hear when people speaking. I like to hear when you're on the mic, especially when it is your job to communicate to me what is taking place.
But I'm not
I want
telling
to
me.
believe.
I guess so much word
I
me not
want.
even understand where the word them me not come from.
I want to
Yeah.
believe in that had some kind of town hall meeting. You see, I'm trying to
Is it
trying
an
to
happy
figure.
that one on me tonight?
Yeah, I think so. But that there
No.
wasn't ginger that too far from me.
I want to say something about NRP, right? And I want him to take me word seriously. I noticed that Tanya, my big friend Tanya, we super supporter Tanya has been doing a lot of posting and she has been tagging a lot of people. Sometimes you see 76 posts, 76 people tagging them kind of thing there. In my opinion, but people to actually do what Tanya doing, yeah. Tanya is the only person that I see actually look like they're out there on an everyday basis, just like clockwork, producing content. They need more people like Tanya. They need people like Tanya to actually continue to produce content. So Tanya, big
Well,
up yourself. I support what you're doing. You're actually working.
well, you watching it like they need more people to produce this content or do whatever. Well, I just observing it in the sense of if you are not getting the participation, that means you're losing to me.
You mean you want to talk all that part there?
No, no, no. Well, me gonna talk about it. Because
You mean you want to talk all that part
all of these things are just indicators that the support is more with you. Everything is just a small indicator. It don't necessarily mean you're gonna win neither, you know. But I'm just telling you, when you're looking at these things, because you're dealing with a lot of intangible forces. You see, Loretta give you with mine, you lie with that.
there? No,
So
no,
to
give it to me.
prevent,
Don't give it to me. Do not give it to me, Loretta. Loretta cost me. You don't give it to me
yeah,
there. Loretta,
but
love alone,
I feel
Loretta.
like when you're dealing with these intangible things, then you're different. How you gonna measure them gonna be slightly different. So me don't really know how you gonna get your partner.
Okay.
But I was supposed to read this thing about
Loretta. No, no, Loretta. Loretta, I want to say something now that you know gonna let you know out here. Dr. Daily Message now really reach so fire. Them not really respect Dr. Daily Message no more. Yeah, I'm be honest with you. Unfortunately, daily messages don't reach so far. But Alban don't be posting it right. I did forget Alban. I don't know what you say about to read.
yeah, about the international bank of what is it? Hamilton Reserve Bank. Yeah,
Mm,
somebody sent me an article. This is the bank over in Barnesgot. Yeah, Barnesgot. Um, okay, let me read from the article now. The Hamilton Reserve Bank is a relatively new bank on Nevis, which was formerly known as the Nevis International Bank. It is a Nevis-based offshore bank and is not part of the Eastern Caribbean Central Financial System. It claims to be on the list of top banks in the Caribbean and offers an attractive range of services. But as of late 2022, many of Hamilton Reserve Bank's clients expressed problems with withdrawing funds and reported that they had to resort to hiring lawyers to recover their funds. There is much negative press coverage, and the bank lost 250 million by investing in Sri Lanka just before the financial collapse. Um, wow, not looking like a wonderful win for the Premier. Not seeming like a wonderful win for the Premier.
That is so rough. Yeah, that is
Just
so
because
rough.
just because somebody lose a $250 million, you say that this time. It's
Wow.
only a quarter. It's 200. They lose $250 million dollars to Sri Lanka.
Okay.
They actually took the government to court in New York. Me don't know how them are going to get a $250 million. The royal family in Sri Lanka was some gangsters. Oh, there's G's all over in
No,
politics,
no,
man.
no. Them is gangster, and them are don't play by no rules.
Hmm.
Yeah, them are don't play by no rules.
Well,
Hey,
Giselle sound like she know more. She said more is to come on the story.
got to wait to
And
see.
and people are also saying that Dr. Daly does be talking the truth, but people ain't ready to hear it yet. So is it how Dr. Daly does communicate?
No, you see, you want me to fully dissect it?
Go ahead.
Daley was a farmer candidate. Daley was a farmer candidate to the party, right? So I'm gonna pull something right now. I'm gonna show you. So because he's a farmer candidate, he should be able to gain traction, right? He has supporters. He had a post 5 hours ago. 7 people like it. Next post 13 hours ago, 2 people like it. Another post, only 12 people like it. A post in Mark and Spencer, 12 people like it. Another post, 8 people like it. The most I see is he got one here with 17 5 days ago. Now you got to understand. If you're from that position, can you have people that vote for you? Because they get more than 17 votes. But the people
Hmm.
that vote for him, you don't reflect in that. So you're posting it, but you ain't getting attraction. You people who vote for you, they're supporting your message.
I like what Giselle do. When me to America, yo, I don't got to use my school teacher voice. So I understand what you're saying. And as I'm saying, to me, if traction is there, you're gonna see 17 shares and 117 likes. There's gonna
There
be
you go.
more interaction because then
There
you're
you
gonna
go.
go for this type of thing. It's I don't really feel like maybe it's a thing where and people don't understand social media because shares and likes are important. All of these things that mean the post gonna reach farther. More eyes, more interaction, more comments. All of these things going to the
You
post,
see,
man.
you got to realize that the more a post is like, the longer Facebook actually keeps it in a cycle. So for those who don't understand, the more you like a post, the longer it stays in the Facebook cycle. That's why we don't ask her to like our stuff, eh? That's why we don't ask her to like and our stuff. So they keep it in the Facebook cycle a little longer. That's why we don't do it. So that's how we understand that.
Delicious says she see 10 likes and 400 views. Ah, CCM got money, boy. CCM money. And oh yeah, let me clarify this because I was saying so the other day and somebody like they get confused. No, understand what I'm telling you. The government of Nevis is broke. That's facts. The concerned citizen movement got money. Mark Brantley, personally, got money. Those two things are facts. Just realize Mark is not CCM and CCM is not the government. You understand? The government of the government, CCM is CCM, Mark are Mark. Mark is part of the government and CCM, but he ain't them. That's how come he could separate and be good. CCM got money, you could see CCM got money because they traveling. I listen. The next time we speak to like the chairman of CCM, that's one of the things what I want to find out about, like how they go about like successfully raising summer funds to be able to do, some of the things that they does be doing. They are tremendous. They got money. My God, they got money. They get in Canada soon.
Yeah, in
They
Canada.
get yeah, and the premier going Taiwan shortly.
Yeah.
He and Zook, yeah, he and Zook going Taiwan. I think he is in Miami today. Bye. The premier got a lot of miles, boy. When the premier done with politics, he need to like take a trip to Australia with him, man.
Mm.
Cause got Australia, yeah. Cause got Australia for like 3 months, man. Larissa said she getting her door like, Larissa, you gonna watch it?
Yeah, Loretta do live in my journey. You hear me? Loretta's a big time supporter.
Mhm. Okay, and right now, yeah, Zook is the acting premier. Zook gonna get whole 3 days to be the acting premier. No, 4 days.
Mm.
And see,
Okay.
delicious. I tell you, he gonna get it again. See, so he gonna get it, and then it's gonna go back over to Eric. And by the way, I just wanna congratulate Michael Herbert on being the next candidate in St. Paul.
Uh,
No, not this election. He giving Mr. Brand one more chance. One more.
what?
He gonna give
Yeah.
Mr. Brand one more turn, and then junior minister, and then full minister. Mr. Brand is done. Mr. Brand is supposed to be away.
It's
Yeah,
interesting.
Mr. Brand is supposed to be away at this particular moment. But Zook a couple of people.
So, how much more elections we got?
Um, Zook supposed to be getting. Mm, no, Zook gonna run as long as St. James's people love him. Zook be having some good fish down at Newcastle there. But I wouldn't say no. Over there just far. Over there just
You
far,
go with
boy.
it. You go with it for your fish?
No, over there is
That
too far.
that too far. Okay.
I've seen the premier like dwindle by hundreds. I wouldn't say he's not getting. Yeah, well, you see, delicious. I agree with you. The premier has money problems. And listen, the premier money problem is exaggerated, especially from the fact because I'm telling you, he go there. The premier, the premier has money. The issue comes into the person who has to buy the garlic butter, as I say, and the garlic butter going from 15 to 28. The little thing where be like could do gone from $10 to $20. Yo, the other day I went go buy some ribs, and the man tell me, yo, the ribs there, the price of ribs gone up. And if he sell
Yeah,
ribs
yeah,
now,
yeah.
he got to be $30 for the thing.
Ooh.
So he got to work out now what he gonna do as far as Maybe he gonna go chop it up and sell it like smaller. Yeah. You understand what going on? Things going up, things going up,
Bye
and
bye.
every time you go up, if you are not getting this extra money in your pocket, then you ain't at the discretion to go nowhere, man. And things done hard already. I was talking to somebody and it's like I want Navis to be more place where you could go there. I agree, but if the party is looking to gain traction, they have to be aware of what everyone is thinking. Supporters will understand him well. Those on the other side will not even try to understand. They need to find out what the undecided are thinking about, and at the very least, send another messenger with the same but more digestible message. Jizzle on the one, Jizzle, he the one hook when the fishermen pull in political games. Um, this election, as may tell you, and something what I had find strange to I was looking at the budgets. Like Vance 2014 budget estimate was 126 million. We start to get budgetary support right now. And we were getting budgetary support of 45 million. And the budget estimates only increased to like 140. Or we could be like 45 million extra. And we're not going from 120 to 170. If you see what I mean, I say. We need to be, if we want more money, just like West Indies cricket, we have to be making more money.
Tell them about
And
the
I
money too. The money
and
to listen
and
to me, but the money won't listen to me.
and it gonna can be for extra taxes because if it's for extra taxes, the government supposed to don't realize what's going on. Look how long they were able to keep the fuel surcharge going before it reached a breaking point and they had to step in and be like, yo, we gonna pay for this myself. So people gonna need to get more money going forward, and the government need to explain how they are going to bring in this more money. Um, not new brand bus, not extra garbage truck. They need to understand exactly what is gonna be done to be producing more revenue for the country. And I would think in the tens of $1 million. As I said, we need to get to 200 million first. Let me get to 200 million.
But I don't get them my idea. They don't want to listen to me. So maybe studying that. You know what I mean? My idea right there. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of money would have come in, but Christian Council got tired of Kane.
Um, but and you see, that's the thing to is it can't just be one thing to it. Because I don't feel like that could save everything needed to know. Because when you look at, like for example, this vlogger that came in, the passport abuser, whatever is her thing. When I was listening to her arguments, it had certain things what she was saying in there what was upsetting me. She was saying things like, "Y'all depend on tourism, so when I come, you have to treat me well. The fact that I spend money in your country is what keeps y'all employed and them kind of things." Like, yo, when you're dealing with tourism, there is a special set of what maybe you might get to enjoy. That they nearly like a politics word. Me a pet,
You see?
I'm me a pet darling kind of thing.
You see that, right? She make a statement like that. And you still have individual citizens of the Federation of Angels and News that agree with that. That is stupidness.
Yeah, but
That is
we okay,
stupidness.
okay. Here again, right?
Listen, my thing is, I can't tell her she wrong. That is her experience. Me not tell you when she wrong. However you feel is how you feel. You intend to feel how you feel. I am more upset not about what she said. What about the stupid asshole that they say drunk with her? That is what I'm upset about.
Suppose suppose you agree with something what somebody said, but not everything. You got people who agree with some things that Kanye said, but not everything what Kanye said. That's not fair.
Ah, okay, listen.
That's
Okay, that is true. But if I am Kanye's manager and I
hmm
do not agree with everything that Kanye said, I am not going to go to social media and say I don't agree with everything that Kanye said. No, I can talk to Kanye one on one.
no.
But
This not what
but
I mean. No.
in the
Me
public
talk,
forum, I will not go against nobody.
what me I
No.
say is like these people who are commenting and she think they don't know she, they not
Yeah,
had no
but
they are just commenting. But what I'm saying is, in general, you could see somebody out there and they're delivering a message and they have 5 points and you agree with 4 out of the 5 points, but one of the points them you against that there is the fact that you're against one of the points that this person made. What China the rest four that they have which are good.
I am going to show you something because I have seen you do it. So I'm going to actually pinpoint it now and show it to you. I went ahead and I posted something on Facebook a couple of years back. You didn't comment on it, you sent me a message. You know, say, big man, man, I go with you. You send me a message, the whole ANC that Alan and B is in on the same page. There's certain things you got to keep in house. You might agree with the woman, yeah? You might just say, "Bah, I flew out last week and somebody cussed me out in the airport." You had the same experience. But no, I still can't say with she. I can't say with she publicly. No, privately, I may be eating dinner and say, "Bye." She talking about, I had experience like that, yeah? But on a world stage, I refuse to give she a strength. No, somebody from Australia who was there when he had cricket and say, "Yeah, I had the same experience." Okay, that's cool. But not somebody when you look at the location, it's a boss there. That's a problem. Because
So
then
it's a situation.
it give validation to what she's saying because now the people who there agreeing with that. That's a problem.
So it's a situation like Mark and Tim. When I begin confusion, it can't be public confusion. Let we get it as
Can't
private confusion.
can't be public confusion. Because once you go public, you can't go back private. Ask Mark and
Um,
Tim. They in the opposition
I,
went straight out. Ask Mark and Tim.
I feel like this year deserve to be private. This now rise to the level of national security and all of them thing. Yeah. I feel like this deserve to be a public conversation and let we because there is room for growth. Because
No, and
at the same time as you're saying that people were agreeing with her, I see a lot of people who post and was against her.
no, listen. I am not saying what she says is wrong, And like you said, yes, you're right. This is an opportunity for growth. This is a time to actually examine what we have, right, and see how we can make it better. I totally agree with that. You always have an opportunity to go. You always have an opportunity to move forward. I get that. But me
Mhm.
not agree with you. Not agree with them publicly. Not me.
I feel like a lot of the time the reasons why certain things does get thrown under the rug is because we don't have public conversation about them. And especially to me, like how this is a minor discrepancy in my eyes. I feel like that's something what we could have a public conversation about, whether or not people agree with the situation.
Yeah, no, we could have a public conversation about it, just not under her post. The
So,
Ministry of Tourism could start a post, yeah? And say, hey, let's talk about customer service within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Totally agree. We could do that. We're not doing it under sheep horse. We're not giving no strength. We are not, listen, we know for a fact that there are individuals that need customer service training. And we know some people who ain't got customer service training 700 times and then not get a better, not giving she no strength and what she posts. We got to deal with things them in house.
All right. Um, you have any other topic that you want to bring up? If not, then we could pull up and have a little early. Pull up 5 minutes.
No, no. Tonight is, I think we cover everything that we had planned for tonight. Um, who remember? Somebody asked, who remember the incident at the Marriott with the tourists and the police? Then the woman on the beach. I bet there is more. I agree. There is more.
Um,
The,
we were asked a question by Iona too. She had asked how we think the election went.
everything the election going.
Yeah.
At this present moment, I wanna. From what I see, I have 3-2.
Favor,
I have, huh?
in favor of who?
No, three. No, I get into and see what I have. Me not gonna fear, you know. Me not talk. I already said that Eric gonna win. Um, I also have the Premier retaining his seat, and I have Zook retaining his seat. I think the two seats going to NRP is going to be St. Paul's. I have JD winning and ending Spencer Brown's career, and I have Cleon winning in St. Thomas's.
And delay
That's how I look at it.
and delaying Lataya's career.
I don't think it's the Lena Tynes career. I don't think there's much of a career for her to have. I think getting the deputy speaker and stuff of that nature is what she have.
Lataya has overcome uh, on the track before. So let me see if he gonna overcome. But yeah, looking like system in my estimation.
See my good friend Tanya signing. Tanya, big up yourself, sweetheart. Big up, big up, big up, big up.
Yeah. Jetty Taylor. Jetty Taylor,
No, that's all.
if that is able to happen, that would be monumental. But I I cannot say that. See, it seems as we say, at the very least, like CCM will win 3 seats. But I heard the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons speaking this evening, and she said that the polling indicates that NRP is well placed to capture 3 seats, in her opinion. But
Um, I don't mind people saying stuff like that, right?
mhm,
My issue is when you say stuff like that, you don't leave door open for a lot of question. I want to know which tree.
um,
I said
I
two. I
don't
want to know which was it third seed.
inside of the tree, seem like Janice is included in the tree because
Okay.
the last statement I heard her make was that perhaps the leader would be the premier. The, you see, these, as I said, this is a small discrepancy, but I don't know why Cleon Stapleton Simmons would say perhaps the leader would be the premier. Yo, of course the leader is going to be the premier because this is one of the things them do. NRP ain't gonna win unless Janice win, and that's a fact. So if NRP have any vision that they are gonna win this election without Janice winning her seat, that is an impossible task. The mission is impossible. That can't happen. But one ain't gonna be happening without the other. It's is either the people of Nevis are gonna come together and decide they want something new and fresh all the way, or they ain't. Before I go, how I feel about people from Sinkage registering in Nevis. That is not legal, Mr. Taylor. It is not legal to if you okay. Let me put this thing in a different. If you're from Sinkage, it is possible that you will come Nevis and vote if you live in a Nevis. You live in a Nevis and you're from Sinkage, nothing wrong. You could come over here and get re-registered to vote in a Nevis. That is a simple process. Um, if you only just come Nevis for dinner, uh Sinkage man not even come Nevis like for a Nevis woman. You come a Nevis, go do a little walk and come and go back down, them kind of things, and no. If you don't live up here, no, you ain't supposed to be voting in no part of Nevis. So that is not legal. Um, y'all might be
No,
missing
I
this.
don't. I don't think you're
Oh,
missing the point. I think we're not going down the conspiracy and rabbit hole.
what he said that going on right now. He feel like that
Yeah,
is something in place. Um,
yeah.
I am not gonna be. I don't. I see Miss Bartlett. Patricia Bartlett, she was posting on Facebook and she was saying Dr. Joe, she was basically putting the pressure on Dr. Joe to clean up the voters list in Nevis. That is not Dr. Joe's responsibility. If if she had met the post there and it was like talking to the electoral commission to put pressure upon the supervisor election, I could have started to feel something. If it was pan Dr. Joe, because i- if if she's speaking to somebody to talk to the supervisor election, I could understand that. And then me still not really understand because what NRP is supposed to be doing is they're supposed to be making the objections and all these things right now and finalizing this list right at this moment in time. So if NRP is lapsing, if CCM win on whole election and say NRP cheat just based on the fact that the procedure was not followed in 2011, that the disenfranchisement case came down to did not follow the proper procedure. So if the proper
Just,
procedure is not being followed, I just feel like you need to highlight that this thing is not hard.
just want to make a statement. And she said, look out in Spanish coming in from DR to vote. Nobody even set foot at neighbors. But things looking off. You know. Hey,
Um,
politics sweet for is it?
but but me no
Politics
know
sweet
about
for reason.
I don't know anything about that because once again, as I'm saying about people talking about all these people coming in from Dominican Republic or whatever, Mr. Bailey, as far as I know, unless he has been changed. But the electoral commission have their role to play too. Them in control of the supervisor. But anyway, even if people are coming from the Dominican Republic, Reese may just say, in my estimation, these are simple things to fix because each party got somebody in at the polling station. So who is in the polling station? Who is allowing this thing to happen? Per NRP part. In all of these different polling stations. Them just to see all of these Santo Domingo people come in. I ain't noting this discrepancy. Ain't seeing on the paper. But no, something wrong here so. This is done. No, I do not accept NRP is getting cheat from the electoral office. If them a get cheat from the electoral office, is because they ain't diligent. I hear a man say he can't believe how NRP let and judge come here and change the election. They're supposed to be. I mean, I tell you, the man, yo, they ain't control of no judge. NRP fail. If you tell me that they fail to use the system, I understand. And in that they fail to use the system neither, they did not follow procedure correctly. All what happened is a simple way. There is a simple way to get people name off the list. He got a simple way to get people name back on the list.
Yeah, listen, right? I'll tell you something. You see, there were people coming in to vote. I know a lot of, I know of cases of both parties where people come in to vote. So the coming in to vote business is a two-party thing, really and truly. I know, you know, a man that go up in St. John, the first thing he went he was just to vote. See, he got mother from born, he never registered to vote, yet somebody registered for him. I said, "Boy, you got a ticket to go vote. He said, everybody enjoy yourself." Man, tell you, man. So it happen both, so it happen all the time. And
But
I
what
mean,
I'm
it's not a one party thing. I think that's the problem that people don't realize. It's not a one party thing.
you ain't supposed to get catch not even once. Not even
Mm,
once. You, these voters list, as I'm telling you, like they get updated monthly. They get updated all the time. If NRP is not objecting, if NRP not clean up the list, who's supposed to clean up the list with them? Because I'm telling you right now, CCM, I do them objections. CCM, I register them people. You hear the premier? They got great lawyers, got excellent advice. Check it out.
hmm.
So NRP, they need to get some of those excellent advisors, and they need to be the ones who attack the list. So somebody showed me the other day, like they ain't registered. They want to vote. They ain't registered. Ain't my responsibility to get on these things. I just tell people you need to go register. Me now look votes. Who looking votes supposed to be having these conversations with people, and it's people who are I telling you they have the, as long as you show some wherewithal, them man gonna take out the time and come go do the registration and start it out. But you gonna got to got a little wherewithal. It's only gonna work for you. Ain't my responsibility. They need to use the Bible wisdom. I bet the whole code, yeah, and voting.
I
Anyway,
don't know where I was gonna.
ladies and gentlemen, it's been nice speaking to y'all as usual on a Tuesday. Thank y'all again for listening to us and being here with us. Hope to see y'all again next Tuesday. And by hopefully, I see a lot of y'all next election. But from Tuesday to Tuesday until election time comes. So I'm gonna say good night to everybody. Reese, you go say good night.
Yeah, man. Big up to everybody that tuned in. All the supporters, everybody that watch the show. Those who share the show, those who like, comment, and leave the vibes good. And we say thank you. JT asked something to the Monday night show. I really am to the Monday night show that it's coming back. The Monday night show should be back. I think I wanted to say either next week or the week after. But me and Ira actually working on the Monday night show. But for the time being, we do chip it with Alan. So the Monday night show is coming back. We got some topics that we got to talk about. And the corner, We at that corner. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for a good night. Bless up. We out.
Clever. Sorry not. Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to.